What if the worst day of your life was broadcast on every TV in America? One moment you're training for Olympic gold, and the next you're on the floor, crying out in pain, blindsided by a brutal attack. Why me? Nancy Kerrigan sobbed, a question that echoed across headlines. But here's the real question. How do you rise again when your downfall becomes your identity? In 1994, Nancy Kerrigan was on top of her game, elegant, fierce, and skating toward Olympic glory. Then, whack, a metal baton to her knee. The attacker? A man hired by the ex-husband of her biggest rival, Tonya Harding. It wasn't just an attack on her body. It was an assault on her dreams, her dignity, and her trust. Suddenly, Nancy wasn't known for her talent, but for that haunting scream. The media frenzy was merciless. She was a victim, yes, but the world also expected her to prove she wasn't weak. She could have quit. She could have let fear win. But Nancy Kerrigan did something far more difficult than skating through pain. She skated through betrayal and into history. Incredibly, just 6 weeks after the attack, she returned to the ice. Not for vengeance, not for sympathy, for redemption, for herself. She fought through rehab, physical agony, and the white-hot spotlight of public scrutiny. No excuses. No time to play the victim. In Lillehammer, at the 1994 Winter Olympics, she skated with poise, elegance, and razor-sharp focus, winning silver just behind Ukraine's Oksana Biel. Was it the gold she wanted? Number? But it was more than a medal. It was proof that pain doesn't have the final word. Resilience does. Here's the truth. Nancy didn't just battle injury. She battled self-doubt, bitterness, and the fear of being forgotten. But her comeback taught her something deeper. That success isn't just about standing on a podium. It's about rising when the world expects you to fall. Instead of letting her story end with the girl who got attacked, she rewrote it. She became a public speaker, an author, a mother. She competed on Dancing with the Stars, showing once again, her grace was never just on the ice. It was in her spirit. Today, Nancy Kerrigan is more than a former Olympian. She's an advocate for mental health, a champion for women in sports, and a reminder that elegance is strongest when forged in fire. She used her pain to inspire. She turned trauma into triumph. She taught the world that resilience isn't loud. It's laced into every quiet step forward. Nancy Kerrigan's story is not just about a comeback. It's about not letting anyone else write your ending. She didn't choose what happened to her, but she sure as hell chose what happened next. And as Mr. Ambot would say, you failed when you stop.